This is a binomial expansion question. We've got to find the coefficient of x to the power 5 in this expansion. But what we have to understand is that that comes from a composite of two different terms that then are collected together as like terms, because in this bracket we've got a 5 which is going to be multiplied by everything from this expansion. There's going to be an x to the power 5 term in there somewhere. It will be the x to the power 5 term from this expansion multiplied by 5. But we're also going to have a second x to the power 5 term which comes from the 8x squared in this bracket multiplied by the x cubed term from this expansion. So we need to find both of those things, the x cubed term from the expansion and the x to the power 5 term from the expansion, and then we can multiply them by the appropriate term from this bracket and then collect those like terms together for a final answer. Okay, so let's start by finding the x cubed term in the expansion. So if we want the x cubed term, we're going to have to do 6 choose 3. The first term in the bracket to the power 3. Put these all in little brackets. And the second term in the bracket to the power 3. Calculate that. Use the NCR button on your calculator. Hopefully you all know where that is, because I don't. I'm here searching for it. I've definitely used it before. I should get my old calculator out of my bag. I know where that is. Oh, come on, where is it? Ah, found it on the divide key. Okay. So 6 choose 3 multiplied by 3 squared, no, 3 cubed, multiplied by minus a half cubed gives us minus 135 over 2 x cubed from the expansion here. But that doesn't give us our x to the power 5 term until we multiply it by 8x squared. Which gives us minus 540 x to the power 5. Okay, then we've got to find the x to the power 5 term from the expansion. So we do 6 choose 5. First term in the bracket is going to be to the power 1, so that this x term in the bracket, I thought something looked weird up there. I couldn't put my finger on it. I forgot to write the x. I guess because I was finding the coefficient. We don't really need the x because we only want the coefficient, but just so it's clear that this number belongs to an x cubed term and it doesn't become an x to the power 5 term until I multiply it by 8x squared, it's probably best to leave it in. So we'll do the same thing here. So we want our x term to be to the power 5, meant the 3 needed to be to the power 1 because they've always got to add up to the total power. So 6 choose 5 times 3 times minus a half to the power 5 gives me minus 9/16 x to the power 5. That term still needs to be multiplied by the 5 from this bracket. Minus 45/16 x to the power 5. So then we can just add those together. So minus 540 x to the power 5 minus 45/16 x to the power 5 gives us a final term of don't like the look of this number. I hope I haven't got it wrong. Minus 8,685 over 16 x to the power 5, which leads to our coefficient of that x to the power 5 term being this number. It only wanted the coefficient, although if you write the whole term with the x to the power 5 there, then it's pretty clear that the coefficient is the number in front of it.